It's time to explore all these gosh darn towns. Wait a minute, my controller, I have the device manager. Boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. Device manager, scroll down, disable, enable. And we're in. Okay. So as I was saying, it's time to explore towns. We leveled up yesterday. We're watching some movies. Well, a movie. I think we're gonna start from this left side and not really go by the level of areas and just swoop like that. There's already some side quests which I will want to pick up. I don't think it's worth talking to these people besides robbing them.
Thank you.
So that's what we're gonna do.
That was big.
And we should be all the right levels for everything. I don't think in the first game there was any reason to be over level
That was
70. I don't exactly remember.
that was
Yeah, the comp we're going with here, by the way, for those who weren't paying attention,
that was
is Hikari for his bribe, Throne for steal, Agnia for whatever it's called, entreat, entreat, threat, I don't know, and then Cassidy for the identify. I used to use Temenos instead of bribe, but it just takes too long.
Oh.
One thing, like I said, I will say, I very so despise the fact that
thank
you
you.
have to go back and forth between night and day.
Thank you.
Why do all the grown-ups keep stopping me from leaving the village? Don't they all get moved to tears whenever I burst out in song? If I make my debut as a singer, I'll be a star in no time. I just know it. There must be a way to sneak out of here. Oh, if the whole village went to sleep, I bet I could slip out with no one the wiser. Sounds like they're asking me to knock out everyone.
They wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I'll make it happen. I don't think there is a reason to just talk to people. I could be wrong. Maybe for some side quests just to know names. Cannot steal. What, Jared? I'm freaking out.
Is it a guy in the called Revo?
Yeah.
Is it a kid?
Uh-huh. Won't you play with me?
I pass personally.
Yeah.
That was
I'm gonna talk to him. Sniff, I hate scary stories. I won't be able to sleep again tonight. Do we think it's just a cursed toy? Or do we think the kid's cursed?
I'll take.
I don't think. I feel like when an object's cursed, it usually curses the
That
person.
was very.
In my experience.
Fair. Thing is, though, is that I feel like I might have to, again, use Oswald there. Because, like, that's the
Unlug
situation.
a child?
Yes.
Pretty sure you can't do that.
You can't. Stupid, like, games and their laws.
Thank
I know,
Yeah,
like,
it's like
in
how I
Skyrim,
can't
you
hire
go
them in the
kids.
battle.
That's rough. I wonder why. I wonder if that's like a general thing. Like you're not allowed to kill kids, and you're not allowed to like
Yeah.
mug kids, or if it's more of a rating thing.
A personal thing.
I don't think it's a personal thing. I assume it has to be a rating thing, where it's like the game would be considered mature if you had stuff like that in it, compared to like a lower rating. I don't know. Cause like it's the same in shows and stuff. You like never see kids die, like on screen at least.
Which is such a shame.
No. I'm just saying, like, even in Skyrim, like, you have to mod the game to be able to kill the kids. But it's not, like, illegal to do or anything. It's just... That's why I assume it has to be for an age rating, or maybe they just really don't like it.
Fair.
But again, I can see for a rating thing, because, like, you know, if you're a kid and you see kids die, that's going to be way more scary than an adult dying.
Fair. Solid argument.
But again, besides an age rating, I don't see why that would matter. I don't know though. Semantics, whatever people say.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You think ambush is the same as putting them to sleep?
Probably.
Also, I didn't realize how OP Cassie's stuff was. Like the positive stuff. Just kill 2,000, get BP, everyone. Like, oh, okay. That's really
and if
fair.
you don't need SP, then you can get 4 BP on everyone.
The fact that I didn't see this guy means that I assume he's only here at night, which means I'm gonna buy him. Where did that girl get herself off to? I don't see her anywhere. I hope she hasn't run off to the valley in the West Gravel Wilds. I told her so many times never to go there. It's full of dangerous monsters. I hope she hasn't gone looking for her sister. Oh, but if she has, then what do I do? That sounds like they gave me a lot of information.
I was gonna say, I hope she didn't go to this place at this time to do this thing. That'd be such a shame.
I think it's a setup. They don't. Nobody gives us that much.
It definitely is.
I watched over that egg for a long time.
I feel like you wasn't even subtle about it.
No longer required.
Is this from the first game? Alpion watching over eggs? Is this the one who watched over the dragon egg? Or no?
So I
Do we have the dragon?
no destination.
What was
in
that
mind.
sentence? Do we think they have a dragon?
Find out.
It's quiet here. Not many people. My soul found calm, like the sea at sunrise. But with nothing to do but hunt and eat. Well, let's say I have time on my hands. I've already counted all the rocks that are going to fall. If you hear of any work that might suit me, I'd be obliged if you let me know. I'm a damn good hunter, even if I'm not good for much else.
Okay. Alpion's next chapter. But I don't want to ambush him. That kind of seems like the only answer.
Always is.
Okay. I gotta knock out these people. I don't know if I have to knock out Alpion. Okay, no, I didn't. Huh? What? You put the whole village to sleep? I feel kind of bad about this, but I'm sure they'll be happy when they learn that our hometown was the birthplace of the greatest star who ever lived. I never forget the little people. I'll make sure to save a special seat for you when I put in my first big concert. Today, I take my first real step on the road to stardom.
They die.
Reaching for the stars. I don't think they die.
I have.
Yeah, I will say some of the stuff is actually pretty expensive.
I'll take good care.
Like, one was 3,000, one was 5,000. I didn't expect it to get so pricey. Or dicey. Are they not here during daytime? No, they are. But I can't allure them. Then what do? Fight them? I don't know what they want me to do for a side quest. So where did this kid go? I need to find this kid, Jared. They need to go down. That honestly kind of seemed like I explored this town for the most part. I might go to the Gravel Wild this way. Let's see what I see. Here's someone. Has information, I assume.
I have
A hunting request. A merchant looking to sell monster parts for money. He currently has his eye on a beast with scales so tough that even a lion's fang could pierce them. Not much of a fighter he is. Looking for someone to hunt the beast instead.
Interesting.
Okay. That sounds like I could just turn that in. I'm not seeing a kid anywhere.
Here I come.
It's a bunch of
My
chickens.
Here I won't. Good. I still have much to learn.
I also turned Particio into a dancer, but I didn't have my headset on, so I didn't hear all the funny stuff he was saying. Like lion dance. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they said the Western Gravel Wilds, but I'm not seeing anything.
Ready? It's my turn next. Well, now.
I'll keep my soul.
You know the enemy encounters are so annoying to where you're tempted just to only give a card this step ahead.
Yeah.
I might do it. I honestly am gonna do it. Time save. I'm not seeing any kids here, any ritualistic things here. I don't know where that kid went with the stuffed toy.
May I have this dance?
Now it be. I won't be.
Well, there are multiple accounts of kids just getting up and
I
leaving
still have much to
villages,
learn.
not being possessed.
I assume it's gonna be for maybe the main side quest. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here though. Maybe I have to search during day.
Stand aside or fight.
What to do?
Okay.
Now,
I feel like getting encounters when I'm trying to explore has to be the single most annoying thing.
There's no need for flattery. It'll rust.
Like I feel like I'm actually just like annoyed. You know, like I want to punch something. Not that I would, 'cause I can keep my emotions in check.
Yeah, I mean,
However, it's more so the fact that just kind of annoying.
time to clean up the filth.
I'm trying to explore, yo.
Now it begins.
Okay. This is a bit of a tough situation here.
I won't be.
What's that part of this?
Soul gets to set.
Okay.
Ready? There!
I guess that's just how it goes.
Well, now. Forgive me.
I decide to take it off, and the next encounter I get is Chubby Kate.
nice.
I'm beginning to think the game hates me. Oh my god, where was I'm losing my mind. Yeah, no, I think that they were lying. Yep, got some more hunting requests.
Hunting monsters for pay, huh? In other words, slaughtering living creatures no one will even eat. I guess humans are just as greedy and shameful wherever you go. Thanks for letting me know.
A short time later. Oh, so
That's right.
cute.
Don't be afraid.
It's a weird looking dog, but
Oh, my little friend here? Well, I used the information you gave me to track down and chase off those money-hungry merchants. And somehow, this little one took a liking to me. I didn't plan to bring it along, to be honest. But after a while, it started to remind me of Cataracta. And I thought to
Oh,
myself, this time, I'm going to keep
they're the
it secret.
Cataracta person.
So, the two of us are setting out on another
That
journey
makes sense.
together. There are a lot of creatures out there being maltreated and abused for no reason. We're going to save them. Maybe I'm deluding myself about what we can achieve, but it beats sitting around here, right? We're off. You keep well, too.
Alpion's Amuletta. Amutul. Where did that girl get herself off to? Can't find her anywhere. Who's he run it off to the valley? So it's a valley, so it might be a dungeon. Is there the Ivory Ravine? That's in no, that's I don't know. I don't feel like it. I'm leaving. It's daytime. Give me all of your money. Those aren't people I can rob. These people are useless. There's no side quests here. I've already robbed everyone. But see, I feel like if I actually completed the entire town, I would have wrote it down. That's my only thing. You know, maybe. Maybe I just didn't.
Good.
There's no thing I cannot steal. Not available. And a forbidden staff I have to be level 80? See, why? Why do they do this to me, Druid? Why do I have to be level 80? But he's nowhere else? I'm gonna have to mug him. I think I have to follow them. Because last time I did this, I got attacked by a possessed boy. So, I can only assume this means there's some possessed girl in this direction.
My, I won't.
That does
soldier
correct.
good. For the pride of Ku.
Hey, little demon girl. Where are you? Don't be in one of the houses. Anything but that.
I'll keep my soldier defense.
Anything but that.
I still have
Yeah.
much to learn.
I don't want to get jump scared by creepy stuff. Okay, they're in the house, that's fine. They're actually nowhere, unless they're in the Felsung ruins. Why is there an item here? A journal fragment. I did a diary. I finally got hired as a scrivener for the New Delster Times 2. All the world's information flows through a newspaper, a river of facts alongside a paper water wheel, an endless procession of scoop. As a journalist, I'll dash about the world investigating, uncovering, and breaking news. What better way for me to carry out my mission? I've thought about this a lot. And everyone has some fact they're hiding, vast sums of knowledge locked in noggins of the world over, but how to crack open those repositories and acquire those tasty secrets within, that's the rub, of course. As I am now, I doubt that I have the dexterity to pick any of those cranial locks. I was raised in isolation, always out of the loop, hiding quietly on the outskirts of society. There's a positive way to spin that, though. I spent all my time that I wasn't talking to people, observing them. Here's what I learned. People let their guard down around cute little animals. A scowling guard captain will play cuddly coo with an adorable puppy, and soon confess all of his gripes to the precious thing. And so I'll become the puppy, I'll wag my little doggy tail, act the part of a friendly, little non-threatening furball, and slide right into people's confidences. My brother may be a soaring eagle with his bird's eye view, but I'll be a sharp-eyed hound, keeping my nose on the ground, and sniffing out every last he's like, fine. Jared, I think I might be right.
About
Ori.
what about him?
I think they're the big bad. I didn't realize there was a bunch of different fragments.
Life is too precious to risk.
I
What
think
to do?
Ori really
Here
is
I
just
come.
that. Because I've noticed, you know, they are very sneaky. And they're somehow part of everything.
Yeah.
They know information
There's
about
no
every one
need
of
for
us.
Flattery. It'll rust my sword.
But then she also said her brother's an eagle. But is it a certain eagle of Ku?
Eagle
Or
question.
is it another thing? Because I'm trying to think of how all the stories, if they do intertwine. Because I know in the first game, you know, they all kind of were leading towards the same issues, you know, of the Gate of Finis and all that stuff. But this, the only common thing that I've really noticed is Ori being in a lot of the stories. And pretty much all the resolutions have been solved except for the shadows, you know? And then Ori existing, and then I guess if it is the Eagle of Ku that's part of it too, it could make sense because he did care a lot about Ku, first of all, and they seem like they had shadows like throughout the generations, you know, like Akari and his brother and his father and all that. So maybe that's why he was helping. I don't know though. They could also still be the good guys, but
You're looking at
can I do this? Okay. My oldest memory is Crimson, a spray of bright red droplets and a harrowing scream, a crowd fleeing in all directions, and enemy soldiers mercilessly cutting down innocents, some of them even left-sided. There was also the one guy in Throne's story. The one that, like, wasn't necessarily a time traveler, but like an immortal and stuff. So I wonder if maybe Ori and the Eagle guy may be two of his kids.
definitely possible.
Amidst this, I was a stone, still in my tender years. I neither cried nor wept nor cowered, but merely watched the chaos unfold. Being raised in a war-torn land does things to an impressionable mind. This could also be about the Eagle, because, you know, Ku's all about war. Like the second journal. I suppose something had already broken inside me. I would have died that day, cut down like the rest, were it not for my brother. His cunning guard the path for us out of this heckish place. My brother is brilliant so much that the enemy king spared him if he would serve. Yet despite his genius, despite how shrewd the plans he proposed were in his attempts to avoid bloodshed, the blood always flowed. Humans steal, they kill, they take what they take, and they take and they take and they take. Lives, possessions, land, and the state of our nature, the simple fact of our existence. My brother and I have seen so much together, and we both reached the same conclusion. The world doesn't deserve to see another dawn. The life of man is nasty, brutish, and ugly. Why not make it short? Well, it's definitely those two. I'm assuming Ori and the Eagle Eye of Ku. I forget his act, but yeah, I assume they. I wonder if this is gonna be about a third person, or if it's just gonna relate to
About you.
I need her on our side, and I need you to convince her that's a good idea. My brother's face was flushed as he handed me the letter addressed to Raime. Perhaps they'd been in his cups. I didn't need to ask him why he would be celebrating. The fundraising in Montwise was was going swimmingly. On my way home, I spotted Hikari. He's the key to everything in Ku. If our machinations go according to plan, my brother will get what he's after. I doubt Hikari has a clue who I am. Another tactic proposed by Brother Dearest. No prior familiarity with me will help move things along down the line. But though Hikari doesn't know anything about me, I certainly know a lot about him. Hikari has another side to him, a second personality that my brother says was born from his family's cursed lineage. Somewhere in his past, Clan Ku's blood mingled with that of an infamous Archmage Darkcast, sparking a history of war and sacrifice, the more odious bloodline I did not know. As I passed Akari in the street, for a moment I felt as if our eyes met. His gaze was steady and true, just as it was when he was a boy. How had the bright spark in his eyes not dimmed over time? He had seen the same horrors I had, been through the same terrible war. Okay. Now I'm trying to think of all the stories and some of the other things. Because, what's it? Oswald's daughter and wife and stuff, they weren't Darkest bloodline, right? Or were they?
I think it was like Lumina.
Okay. So we assume that Lumina's probably the good, pure magic, probably, and then Darkest is probably the shadow.
Probably.
So we can see that being the play. Because again, I have to assume that each of the stories gave us some information on this overall thing, right? So if we can assume that that's the case, then do we think also that Throne's person, do you think their bloodline might have been Lumina?
I don't know a lot about Throne's person.
Well, basically, he was just like an immortal guy. And he was the one who started the entire, what's it? I can't even remember that, but the snakes. And like all of them were his kids, including like the orphans and all the people. And he just wanted to raise like people to be as strong as him and stuff like that. But he had like, he said he had like tons and tons of kids. So I wonder if his might be Lumina or something of the sort. Or maybe his could even be Darkest. I don't know. I just don't know where the bloodline would start instead of just something random. But then, trying to think we learned from other people. Because Cassie obviously had the one guy. The one big bad. But I don't know if that was a part of it. I assume it had to have had some part of it. Like he was being controlled or, you know, something from people. Like,
yeah, like he met someone.
Yeah, exactly. And then Agnia really didn't have much to do with anything. That's why I'm thinking maybe we met a character. Honestly, maybe
Well, that one guy didn't seem that bad.
Maybe the initial guy in the tavern, like the piano guy.
You know.
Because
or to be fair, any of the troop, they seemed slightly suspicious.
Maybe it was one part of the troop, the main one. I'm just trying to think. Like the blonde hair plays a really big part. Because again, Ori has blonde hair, and a lot of the other characters had at least slightly blonde hair. The only exceptions have been some things like Throne, and you know potentially Akari and stuff. If they are like actually, like from the one guy. But I could definitely see at least the one tavern keeper that played piano being a little suspicious. But I think right now, guaranteed, Kazan and Ori, they have This is bad. Hikari's been captured before I had a chance to deliver my brother's letter to Raimei. Hikari is killed, it'll ruin everything, and we'll have to start over from scratch. Clan May calls the Fortress of Stormhail its own, coldest place in Celesta, and I hate it. Time is of the essence, yet a frigid blizzard is battering me like a leaf in the wind. If only I could take 2 steps without being blown 3 back. By the time I finally reached Stormhail, Hikari had already been released. I can only assume he managed to sway Raimei in his own. I handed my overdue missive to one of Raimei's retainers and quickly put that chilly place behind me. Oswald is sentenced to life imprisonment. It took me a moment to process the judge's verdict. I blinked. I wonder if they were in the crowd and we could see it and we just didn't know. That'd be cool. Like in the stands.
Pretty cool.
The judge's verdict, I blinked, doubting my ears. What was going on here? He was supposed to be executed, wasn't he? I ran as fast as I could to find Harvey. I should have known that swine had stuffed leaves into the judge's pockets to bribe him into that decision. Why? I want him to see the power of my perfected magic. That's his reason. The blighted fool. Pride. Worthless pride. We need the Book of Demons complete. What if Oswald somehow finds a way to interfere? When I gave my report to my brother, he simply said, huh?
He wouldn't do that.
Yeah, of course. Just watch the spectacle unfold. Apparently, my brother had already taken Harvey's massive ego into account when he made this contract with the man. If that's the case, then I suppose this isn't a problem after all. Regardless, I should hurry and gather what information I can about Frigid Isle. Did we think the person who helped him on the island was also one of the people in cahoots?
It's
Jared, it's all
seems
going
like a pretty
back.
nice guy though. So either he changed his mind or
I concealed myself among the chattering students and slipped into Harvey's lecture. The Book of Demons nearly complete, so he was in a jovial mood. When I saw my chance, I gave Harvey the news. Oswald had tried to escape Frigid Island and died in the attempt. I thought the news would throw his spirits off the cliff, but instead he just started giggling. It was creepy. When he finally settled down, I merely said, I need to prepare for my guest's arrival, and vanished back into his laboratory, humming thankfully. All the while, it's like he thinks Oswald alive. Is Oswald alive? It can't be, and yet, if so, then he will come here and find Harvey and seek out his vengeance. Wait, this could be perfect. I doubt Harvey will honor our agreement and hand over the Book of Demons without a fuss. If I can set those two against each other, it might create the perfect opportunity to slip in and swipe the book. I wonder if my brother has predicted this too.
I didn't see a book.
Harvey has left for Dusk
Just
Ruin
swoop
Shrine.
in.
That is a good question. The remains of Archmage Darkest will provide the final piece that Harvey needs. The Book of Demons will soon be completed. I found a nice cozy place to conceal myself, and sure enough, Oswald showed up just as predicted. The two fought it out, and I was able to retrieve the Book of Demons in the wake of their battle. There was one surprise, however. Harvey escaped alive. What was that bright flash of magic?
Inside the tank.
I don't know. A glimpse of a force that may dwarf even that of the Book of Demons. That girl, does she have some special power within her? Oswald entrusted the girl Elena to his assistant. Jared, I have a feeling Oswald's daughter is going to get kidnapped again.
That wouldn't happen.
Before setting off on a journey like Alpates, the blood of the Lumina family runs in Elena's veins. I'll need to continue monitoring her to watch for suspicious signs. Day after day, Elena sits at her desk and pours herself into her studies. A diligent girl, I suppose, but I am curious as to why her brows sometimes wrinkle and she cradles her head in her hands. Still, her eyes are bright and her gaze seemingly set on some happy goal far off into the future. A marked difference from when I saw her in Harvey's company. There was only worry and fear in her eyes then. My heart nearly leapt out of my throat when I heard that assistant's voice suddenly ring out behind me. Can I help you, miss? I immediately turned and tried to distract and disassemble with my tried and true cover story. Can I interest you in a newspaper subscription? She smiled, then eyes warm, and I sensed a keen suspicion burning deep within those friendly eyes. I will not underestimate her again. No one else has ever noticed me when I didn't want to be found. I need to abandon my surveillance too risky. Besides, I've seen nothing suspect.
No. Now I'm just thinking there's just like cutscenes where they're just chilling in the corners.
That's what I'm saying, Jared. They're everywhere. It's gonna just show
I
like
don't
a.
like it.
Besides, I've seen nothing suspect in all the time I've watched Elena. Might as well move on to more important matters. Well, here I am at Candle Brian. Word is that I can find someone who has lost pages of the Book of Nights original manuscript called Dina. Captain of the Sacred Guard seems to be moving as Arcanet predicted and assembling those pages. There's a potential problem, however. A nosy inquisitor named Temino seems to have caught wind of all this. Arcanet has her eyes on him, but I can only pray she doesn't make any problems for us. I need to be careful, too, not to draw his attention, too. The Book of Night is close to being fully restored. Once it is, I'll need to move quickly to retrieve it and fulfill my mission. Allying myself with Arcanet was merely the easiest means to an end. My brother did tell me to be wary of her, however, she was quite forceful about it. I wonder why. Caldina, Captain of the Sacred Guard, is driven by the lust for vengeance. To achieve that end, she seems to make her power of shadow her own, and with the restored Book of Night in hand, she set out for the Twilight Shrine. Her naive dreams of avenging her people will never become reality. Why, you ask, dear diary? Because the right Arcanet taught her is purposely flawed. So there I was, hiding in the shadows of the Twilight Shrine and waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lo and behold, Caldina's right went awry and she transformed in her most hideous form. No one told me I'd have to deal with some horrible monster. This is above my pay grade. Luckily, I had no need for fear that Temino showed up and handled the Caldina problem for me. I suppose Arcanet was behind his well-timed arrival. What a puppet master, bravo. I finally understand why my brother warned me to keep an eye on her. I slipped down to the ritual site after Temnos made his exit and retrieved the Book of Night. All that's left is to combine it with the Book of Demons, and we'll be able to complete the Dark Blood Grimoire. Here I am, grand old Timber Rain, just in time for the coronation ceremony. Word on the street is that an apothecary named Trousseau is going to rain on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, and I quote, is to extend the hand to save all in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was 1 year ago that Trousseau lost hope in the future and started down his path. He was out gathering medicinal herbs when he stumbled into Lost Seed, where he met Claude, who gave him a Book of Night. He met someone, huh? Claude was disappointed with the encounter. It seemed he had swayed Trousseau to his side, but couldn't persuade an apothecary in the man's company. With a regretful sigh, he told me that his other apothecary's eyes were filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness, and bellied a sense of fierce determination. What was her name again? Ah, yes, Casti. She stopped Trousseau, saw the people of Timber Rain to safety, and even dealt with the poison rain. As if it wasn't enough, she also managed to mix up medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claude's intention was right. Casti is someone to keep an eye on. My brother will need to know that we have another dangerous potential wretch in our plans.
Let the show begin.
Things are going down, Jared.
Mine.
They kinda are.
Who's next? For the pride of Ku.
And Agnia boogie bombed on all of us. The power to inspire. I met a merchant today in Clockbank, an honest fellow with laughing eyes named Pertitio. He's boasted that he'll rustle up 80 billion leaves to buy the rights to the steam engine from its current owner, Mr. Rock. Then he'll give the technology away to everyone. When pressed on why, he said, things like this should be shared with the whole world. Pertitio confuses me. If I can borrow that ruthless Rock's words, it is human nature to take from others and give unto oneself. Despite his noble declarations, I'm sure Pertitio will prove himself no different from the other slime. Greed and self-interest will win out in the end. They always do. Still, I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow this Pertitio, though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in another only gets you betrayed in the end. My brother made a deal with Harvey, craft the Book of Demons, an evil tome said to be imbued with the magic of Darkest himself. Why, you ask? Well, dear diary, because we need it to restore the lost Dark Blood Grimoire. The rub here is that neither my brilliant brother nor even Claude knows how to make this tome, thus the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know is that the remains of Darkest are the key component. When I shared that vital tidbit, Harvey smiled. That's all I needed. It sounds like he was already most of the way there. He's a valuable asset, so we'll do everything we can to assist him. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. No, let's call it what it is. A severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me he'd gladly give up the Dawn if it meant that he could best the man. We let Harvey read the Book of Night in order to pull him into our intrigues, but honestly, I think it wasn't necessary. The bottomless well of envy in his gut, properly manipulated, would likely have been motivation enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom twisted minds. I'd also like to say, they've mentioned Harvey having pride and envy, and they talked about greed with Pertitio and just human nature.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Pertitio's gone and done it. He has gone and done it. He humbled Rock and actually rested? I don't see how that works. I don't know. The rights to the steam engine from that greedy tycoon still... Wait a minute. Think about all the paths, Jared. Do they represent stuff?
What do you mean?
Well, if Pertitio's is greed, Harvey's pride, or envy. I'm trying to think of all the other stories.
I mean, Agnia would probably be pride.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Throne's probably lust?
Akari's wrath, obviously.
Yeah. I'm guessing Throne's lust just because, he had many kids and all that stuff, and he wanted things. Again, a lust for stuff. Sloth.
I don't know if Castor Sloth would be the character's okay. That could be. Basically, all of them were just kind of chilling.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of the big bad with even Ochets, but it was probably the fox that was possessed by the shadow. But that even could have been Envy. Seeing as we chose the other one, and so the other one got
Yeah,
mad.
but it also could just be the moon itself was the enemy.
Yeah. It also could be Gluttony. I don't know. I'll finish reading this, and then we'll work it out. Things like this should be shared with the whole world. He lived up to the grandiose statement, and then some. The heat of his passion even melted Rock's icy heart. I didn't think that the desert sun was hot enough to do that. So taking a step back, what Particio did is impossible, unimaginable, inconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time, and to date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees by self-interest. People are always willing to step on others to achieve their own interests, but Particio, is he truly different? Is he someone who can at last transform this dark, ugly world into something beautiful? What do you think, brother? Okay, wait. Now I need to think on all the characters.
I mean, there were also 8 of them. Does that mean one of them didn't do anything wrong? I mean, Ochet, if they don't have really a villain, they could be excluded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of it might just be an overall thing. Where's my phone? Look at the stuff that they said just to make sure I got all of them. Okay. So, Pride, we're assuming is... See, I feel like Pride or Envy could really be Oswald's. I want to say Pride, though. I don't know. That one's up for debate. But then, yeah, Wrath, I think...
it'd probably be Envy.
Well, Wrath has to
I
be
feel like
Hikari.
it wasn't necessarily like, oh man, I'm super good and that's why I'm doing this stuff. It's like, he's better and that's why I'm doing this stuff.
Well, then maybe Pride is... Thrones. How's it going, Tycoon? Because he seemed very proud of what he was doing, that he was like this huge important guy. But again, that could be considered any of those things, I feel. Well, mostly it could be greed or lust or gluttony.
That's the thing, a lot of them kind of line up depending on your definition.
I don't know. I'll keep reading. Welcome to my humble castle. That was how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed. Oh, gotcha. So that's where it was. So Trousseau ended up in Lost Seed with the guy. And so I'm guessing Claude is that guy. Throne's final boss. That's who Claude is.
Actually.
Okay. I was wondering, I'm like, who's Claude? But that does make sense. We knew he was related, I just didn't remember his name. And that Lost Seed was the place. Anyway. That's how I was greeted when I arrived in Lost Seed before he took me on a casual stroll through that rotting mausoleum of a town. I struggled not to gag on the stench of death and decay, all the while him smiling and breathing deep as if taking in the airs of a tranquil mountain meadow. This ghastly man's name is Claude, and he is the descendant of the infamous Archmage Darkast. Okay. It is said that his notorious grandfather gave him a taste of blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Vide. Frighteningly enough, while he was still in the womb, as a result, the man is blessed with eternal youth. With the blood of Darkest and Vide within his veins, Claude's fate was to become the Dark God's vessel, and yet he rejected his destiny and instead chose a path of honor on his own offspring. For our part, we don't care who the vessel is, just as we have one. Claude, however, seemed to have preference in the matter. Preferences? The man sired countless children with countless women and set his progeny at each other's throats. To the bloody victor goes the ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked me up and down. His eyes seemed to pierce my very soul. It was as if he had been seeking to plant a murderous seed inside me too. When he handed me the dark blood staff, he told me that the woman who stole it for him has a lot of potential. His words, my purpose, and Lost Seed fulfilled. I hurried out of there. I can't wait to hand the staff over to Arcanet and let her handle the cathedral's sacred flame. So who's Arcanet?
It's a good question. Sounds like someone in Temenos' story, just from context.
Yeah, but there was also someone who helped me. I don't think anyone was helping me besides Crick. But
Unless he was helping you from the shadows.
yeah. Dear Diary, today I met with Petrichor, the woman known as the Dark Hunter. Wait a minute. The Dark Hunter.
Wouldn't say.
I had introduced her to Professor Harvey several years ago at Arcanet's request. She was talking to me today and had this to say. I met Arcanet when I was young, and it was then that I supported myself to her service, even since I have hunted for her and her alone, even slain the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame. At her behest, sometimes I hunted people too, like the one time I came to possess the Dark Blood Bow. Once again, my lady has use of me, and so I shall gladly obey. I nodded along, and when she was finished, she showed me a monster, the beast which she had captured on Totohaha, looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all that walked on this earth. I asked her what it was, and she told me it was a result of years of brutal conditioning and an unhealthy dose of Harvey's science for good measure. Oh, is this the final boss of Ochet's story?
That can make sense.
So she captured and mixed with Harvey's stuff. Okay. So an abomination crafted through repeated and horrifying experiments. I nodded again. A soul this steeped in despair would surely prove to be the greatest source of power. It seems that leaving the flame of Totohaha in her care should prove no issue. Okay. I can't believe it. How did Particio turn that economic desert of a town into a hopping commercial hub? That business idea of his was inspired. I must admit that watching Allron's department store come to life woke something warm inside me. I told Particio that the words filled with people groaning under the weight of 1,000 problems. It's fresh ideas like this that bring a ray of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart out in public like that. I suppose my declaration was proof that he cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to gasp believe in him. My defense, he's really something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. Truth is, I'm excited to see what magic he'll pull out of his Particio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? This is the first time I've ever helped someone for something that wasn't directly related to my mission. Gotcha. So the only reason we really knew him in Particio's story is because she really liked what Particio was doing.
That makes sense.
Let me stop you for a moment and also appreciate the fact that he convinced the Allron to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion. The question is, will Particio prove to be the man of integrity? Will he really use those leaves to help the world and not just to line his own pockets? Just a little bit longer, only a bit. Mind, I find myself needing to see what he does next. Okay. That's all there was here. I say, as there was like...
I'll do what I must.
Might as well read the manuscript while you're at it, you know?
What? As swift
What
as a
manuscript?
snake. Eat this. Might.
Here
Mercantile?
no need for
Mercantile?
flattery.
Oh.
It'll rust my
I'm sure
soul.
it probably does have information, but I
There's
don't
probably
give a
a lot
darn.
less reading. Probably.
I doubt it. There's anything down here. Okay. So we're piecing together the story that it probably involves the 7 deadly sins that the enemies were fighting.
Here I come.
And that also a lot of the villains
My
were in
turn.
cahoots. The only thing I'm not sure on is
still have
I don't
much
think
to
we
learn.
know. Well, technically, I think we know the Dark Hunter by name. It's the Petrichor, right? Or the Arcanet. I'm not sure. But do we know who either of those people are?
Wonder if I have, any names in my journal.
I wonder if it had to be like night or something. I don't know. It's like that information was surely there, but nothing happened there. But I don't see why it would have to be night or day, especially since it didn't say anything about night or day.
I shall be your opponent.
What to... Ready?
Now, I'll keep my soul gets sent. Who's next? There's no need for flattery. It'll rust my sword.
So we also know of some of the end goals though, that they're trying to form the thing, and they also have the dark blood weapons, or some of the dark blood weapons.
Let the show begin.
You know, there's a dark blood bow and there's
I
dark
won't
blood staff.
give- Soul Getsusen. Good.
Oh, and
I
maybe
still have much to learn.
maybe Mugen's sword was the dark blood sword.
Probably.
Okay, now they're just walking over there again, but I don't know if I actually should follow them. No, I'm not gonna get distracted. I don't know. This person need probably just mug. Next chance I get. I hope he's not super powerful though. Not that I'd lose. And I can't steal this crescent moon necklace either. I'm guessing I can't steal this one either. Maybe something will happen if I steal the crescent moon necklaces. Or maybe I have to go somewhere with all the crescent moon necklaces equipped.
Whoa.
I don't know, Jared. I think I'm
careful
onto
with
something.
You can have fun equipping all the accessories and going to different locations.
Maybe
Only
I
the best one
will.
might be the correct one.
Okay, so what would be the best things for your boy Oswald to have here? Alright, this is the one that starts. Actually, wasn't there one that starts me in it? Just got later. Maybe I didn't get it yet.
What are you talking about? Start with advanced magic?
Yeah.
I looked it up recently because I remember you saying it exists. It is the Stone of Truth.
Yeah, the accessory. I don't know what else I want. Maybe just something for damage. Elemental Augmentor. And staff, yeah, sure, run that thing. Why not? This thing's better, but you know, Hikari needs to have more elemental attack, so. Okay. I really don't see myself losing these fights on Oswald now.
Who's gonna tell him?
It won't happen.
You're about to see you lose those fights to Oswald.
No. It'll be fine. It's only 4 strength, yeah.
I like my odds.
Only.
That's what I'm saying.
In pursuit of knowledge.
Oswald's probably got like 2 strength.
This is a weak. I've seen worse methods.
Also, it seems like it's just permanent.
A worthwhile.
Oh, it does in fact last forever.
Okay. I don't really need the advanced magic master, do I? I guess it might help with the other one. Peak performance.
I'll take. I like my odds. Let me
Fill my
show-
mouth.
This is you're finished. Study
I
hard.
like this. This is effective. Why didn't you always just play Oswald like this, dude?
Uh huh. What if I told you I still can't?
Why ain't?
What?
Why ain't?
As in, why am I not?
Yeah. Why ain't ya? Why are you not? Everyone knows that. Slang.
I've went to the infernal place yet.
Of course you haven't. Weak. Weak. Okay. This
Yep.
guy's packing some
I'll take-
heat. But that ain't
I
gonna
like
dumb
my
me.
odds. Thinking time.
I don't know if I want to BP boost this bullcrap. I don't know what he's weak to. If only there was a way that I could do that. Oh yeah, this automatically does
In
that.
pursuit of knowledge.
Maybe I'll just use one true magic,
This is the answer.
and then I'll triple boost single target to it.
I need a plan. Let me show
This
you
probably won't
what
even kill
I've
actually, but
learned.
whatever.
This is the answer.
Yeah, we're uber dead. It's fine.
Where did I go wrong?
They're uber dead or you're uber dead?
Oh, I'm uber dead. To be fair, I also probably didn't. Yeah, he doesn't have any armor or anything. That would probably help.
Equipment's not even important.
Oh, well, when I get attacked, it is. Yeah.
I actually learned the same lesson on Temnos a while back.
And also, what'll really help is if I give myself a step ahead.
That'll put him 2 steps behind. And 6 feet under.
I don't know if
I
so.
use that one way too much.
I'm doing it anyway though. To be fair, this should also do the second thing, so I should know all his weaknesses. So I can hopefully take advantage of that.
I like my odds.
Which what we got.
Now then.
So I'm not gonna be able to hit the additional times. But if I just use fire twice.
Reduce them to ash.
Elemental barrage will do damage, but sucks. He's gonna hit me now, and then it's gonna do damage.
Reduce them to ash. Thinking time. This is all according to plan.
Now we're banking on this doing a lot of
Pursuit
damage.
knowledge. This is the answer.
I knew I had damage cap, but
Thinking time.
we only got one more one true magic. I don't think he's gonna kill him. So we're just gonna hit him with a fire.
Reduce them to ash. How weak.
Okay, that killed. Okay, nice.
I've gained
That wasn't too bad.
valuable insight.
Oswald does hit pretty hard with all this stuff
A
now.
worthwhile endeavor.
Like, even with that, he hit damage cap twice just because they were broken, and I didn't even have defense down or attack up or crits. So,
Wasn't that good for you? What happened to my equipment?
I mean, you're probably hitting pretty gosh darn hard, Druid.
Why did it only do 3,000 damage?
Is Jared a worse Oswald than me? I know what you're thinking.
Oh,
That's not how it
Chastity.
works. Oh.
It was a double boosted sweeping cleave against like, okay, level 45 enemies, but their defense went down and my attack was up, and it did 3,000.
Impressive stuff, Jared, as always.
I figured it would like, you know, kill. It didn't. It really didn't.
Yuppers.
Also, shut up! You said, I'm gonna even tell you that they said today.
What'd they say to you?
Wait a
Jared?
second.
What does that even mean?
I said they said today.
Why would the enemy you died to say dinner?
I didn't die to them. I ran away like a coward.
Anyway, this should be the last of the rusted weapons. Probably get an achievement for it. Think enter this, derusted,
Okay, the last of the rusted weapons.
mischievous step.
You haven't even gotten them all yet?
Anything that might be a divine weapon. I think I did. I don't know what else I'd be missing.
Guys, throwing.
What is this weapon got?
He hasn't even had the best skill in the game.
Slim chance to affect him with every disability. Gotcha. Okay. Is it the best skill in the game?
No. It's actually like the one I would never consider using.
Fills the equipped character's lane gauge? Did it already have that? That might have. Pretty nasty though, because if I just break on Temenos, then it gets his gauge back. I'll have to remember that. Okay. So what is the dagger one? 3 random foes at least 3 times. The more foes there are, the more attacks you unleash. I mean, that could be pretty good, depending on how powerful it is.
That's what I thought. And I tested it.
And it's not that powerful?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think the best one is probably the On the Hunt, just because it's a double hit.
Fair.
Like, I'm pretty sure I could reach
The
damage
second one's
cap.
probably like pretty good, just for the fact that it just inflicts them with a bunch of stuff.
I guess.
I used it on like 3 enemies and inflicted one thing on one of them. So
And you're sure I can't mug kids? Wait, now I can steal
pretty
something?
sure.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
You can steal candy from a baby, you just can't mug a baby, because that's, you know,
A little messed up.
clocking them in the head.
Wait, it has to do it at daytime. Heck, they thought of everything. I can maybe... No, I can't challenge him. This kid's invincible. How do they want me to steal this thing if I can't do it? Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to go to these places. Specifically, I wanted to go to like the basic ones, like the merchant and stuff, to see if I had all the items to max them out. But it's fine. You know, for already being an hour in, I'm pretty sure we've made, at least me, 0 progress towards exploring all these towns. You know what? That's fine. It happens.
Uh-huh.
How many of the characters in this game do you think you could take in a 1v1? Maybe Particio? That's a maybe.
So that's the difficult part. It's like Agnia's like fit and Particio's like, you know, he beats people up for a living.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could beat any of these people in a fight. Like, no weapons.
Oswald doesn't have magic. I think I could beat him.
No weapons. Maybe. Like, say, if we're just getting into a fist fight. But see, the thing is that most of them are trained fighters, and I'm not.
It also
Like-
depends, like, even outside a weapon, like, what do you consider a weapon? I'm pretty sure Casty could kill me by basically just looking at me.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she had no weapons whatsoever, and she couldn't use any of her apothecary stuff, I doubt she's trained in hand-to-hand combat. So,
Fair.
I feel like I could beat her up.
No guarantees, though.
Yeah, well, definitely no guarantees. Kind of same with Agnia. They're not really a trained fighter.
To be fair, think of it this way. They can't physically attack you with their fists because they have to have a weapon equipped. They can't even fight back.
Well, I think in situations with weapons, I don't think we could beat anyone.
I think that's mostly chalked up to the fact they have a lot of experience and we have no experience.
Well, if we had weapons. Not obviously like guns, but...
Well, I mean, if they had weapons and we didn't have weapons, I don't see us standing much of a chance.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like... I don't know. I don't think I could really...
However, ironically, I feel like I'd stand less of a chance if I had a weapon and they didn't have a weapon. Because they'd probably just steal my weapon.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think so, Tycoon. I think they're killing us. I think our best chance is beating up Casty or Agnia. And still, I'm not too sure about that. I could also see maybe Temenos. I feel like he'd just be smarter.
Fighting is
So-
not what he does.
Yeah. But if he couldn't use magic or trickery, I think he'd
Define trickery. Can't hold that guy down.
yeah. However, the rest of the characters, yeah, absolutely not. Hikari, I'm tossed. Throne, I'm tossed. Particio, probably tossed. He's pretty ripped. Who else do we even have? Oswald. Oswald's probably just your average guy.
He's like
really. Just again,
old.
him being smart. That's what I'm scared of. You know? Because I usually don't have to fight people who are smarter than me, right? In like any sense.
I mean, define like smarter. He just knows a lot about magic.
That's not exactly true.
I mean, Andy can analyze your weakness just by looking at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think a situation could really happen to where. Did it also turn nighttime as I was here? It's kind of messed up. Yeah, I don't know. I would just say that I'd be scared to fight those guys just 'cause how smart they are.
That's a character I forgot about that you also forgot about that we always forget about. Oh, you get the point.
Ochet?
Ochet. I don't think we'd beat Ochet.
Yeah, I don't think Ochet's the biggest threat. Because I think Throne and Hikari are. Hands down.
Yeah. So the thing is that
Then Ochet for sure.
really for obvious reasons.
Well, like, I feel like canonically, Throne and Hikari are just, really, really OP.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't lose fights, and, like, Throne is, like, the strongest.
The best in the nest.
Exactly. And it's like
I'm not
Hikari
even
is,
the best out of the nest.
Hikari's able to do all that stuff, so I just think there's no chance. Ochet obviously is, like, a really skilled hunter and all that, but even still, I think, as much as I'd stand no chance, I'd stand...
I feel like the only difficulty there would really be the fact they have a bow. So it's like, you know,
Well, I'm saying
not
even
really
barehanded.
against the- Well, that's also fair.
Any of
I
them
think
with
Ochet
weapons,
probably
there's
stands the
no
best chance
way.
barehanded.
I'll take good care.
Who?
Ochet.
I feel like
Because
Throne.
A, probably claws. That's really it. A, B, C, that's all of them.
Dude, what do they want me to do with this rock guy? I can't mug him. I can't entreat the stuff off him. Yeah, I'll just
I have a
bribe him for information. Okay. So I'm guessing I have to mug him. I got his. Maybe I should just. I don't know. They also have like the battle tested staff or whatever.
Well,
Kinda cool.
the instant you said that, I encountered a battle-tested something.
Whoa, who cares? What?
I care.
Who?
Me. A 3% chance. Or level 80, one of the two.
To what?
To get it.
Well, I think it said level 80. Or I have to mug him. Same with the silver coin. Why am I not able to get the silver coin to this random nerd?
You got
Well,
sticky
Oswald,
hands.
time for you to butcher them all. Yeah, maybe I'll give him a subclass just so he can do a little bit more damage. What's the highest magic one? Is it Arcanist?
You know it. Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Reflective barrier. Barrier. Like Joey
I was
Wheeler.
thinking the same thing. I was thinking a different thing.
Well, I'm saying Bartolomeo, but they sound the same.
Oh, I know. That's not true.
If Bardo told us to
Only
duel,
Bardo saying Jeruzzi's right now.
he would. He probably has. Give me your money!
Hand it. I like my odds. I need a plan. Huh? Let me show you what I've
Oh
learned.
yeah, he can do that bull crap. I forgot about that.
Imper-
I want to do scholar skills.
This is
Boom!
finished. Study harder. A worthwhile.
Oswald's a little scary.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Is it the magic, the six-pack, or the skull on his head?
A little bit of all, honestly. Well,
I'll
well,
take-
well. Time to rock your socks
I
off.
like my odds.
With
Thinking
the
time.
lightning.
Roar thunder.
Roar thunder? That's what you said?
Roar thunder.
They're broken.
Feel
Let me show you what I've learned. This is a week. I've gained
Might just put some
valuable
passing
insight.
power on this guy.
Actually true though.
A worthwhile.
How good is it though? 400 elemental attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. I need to get all the battle tested stuff on Octopath and then watch him butcher everyone.
That's fair. I really thought for a hot second there that I might have been done with Nudelsta.
That's actually crazy.
I'm maybe halfway done.
That's why I'm doing whatever this place is called. The like Sandlands. Sandmans? You know what's even worse than New Delster though, Jared? Rio?
That's just not true.
There's like 6 people you gotta talk to here.
Mhm.
I feel like this kid came out nowhere. 1 fishy, 2 fishies. I don't like that kid. I don't trust him. As far as I can throw him. I can throw kids pretty far, but still.
I will.
I'll take good care.
A hidden item.
Will.
Another hidden item?
They shouldn't have.
A broadsword. To be fair, these are probably like really low level things, because we were probably supposed to get these as soon as I got here, and I was just supposed to bribe the people in Akari. But irrelevant.
Nah.
Okay, that's done. Decaying temple. I don't want to go to Sai or go. Please don't make me go.
Oh baby, that's bought a music record. Gil on the keys.
I didn't want to go in the Sandful Pass. Wait, is there a guy here? Maybe I do want to go here. Yum, yum, yum. Got any grapes?
That was
He did. He did have
Hell
grapes.
no. Did he have grapes?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Oh dang. That's like,
Oh.
I was gonna say 3 times more grapes than I expected him to have, but I didn't expect him to have any.
See, now these are the places where they should tell me that there's going to be people here during any time. It's like it's not part of a town. I mean, it's kind of part of a town, but
Good night.
Peace.
but I know there's like some of the docks that have people. Whoa, there's 3 chests here. Quartz blade, steel lance, bone mail. Oh, also there's a weapon that I think you'd be fairly interested in on. It's a lightning weapon.
A
Called
lightning weapon.
called the Thunder's Roar. It does like the Rune Master thing just by attacking with the weapon.
Intriguing.
And you might be able to mix it.
Highly intriguing.
Like imagine you do the additional lightning and then you also deal the additional whatever thing. So, I don't know if it does work like that. But it is an attack effect there. It doesn't show up as a thing, it just makes your weapon elemental. Like it shows it, so. I don't know if it would stack or not, but if not, you can still just poke on Oswald and do damage. Other characters as well, but I would assume you'd mostly want to use it on your really high magic attack.
That would make sense.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work with skills though. At least my latent power skill. Because I figured it might work, and then I do like the 2 hits and then also hit everyone with lightning, but it didn't work. So.
Why are there so many places? Get me out of here.
The trick is to not think about it and just do about it.
That's the funny thing, is I've been trying not to think about this place for the entire game, and now here I am.
Is it New Delstra?
Yep. How'd you know?
Yeah.
The fact that I did it 15 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm. Never ending, yeah, that's it. Don't make me mug anyone.
Here's actually an important question. Why do you even have Oswald on your team?
I don't.
Well, I mean, that's fair, actually.
I just don't, dude. I don't know what's so hard for you to understand. That's.
On your guard.
I guess I'm beating up an old lady.
Prepare. I won't.
And the parlor. This is just like Blueprints.
I still have much to learn.
Yeah.
And I will continue to make references
still have-
until you play it. And then you'll ultimately realize that my game suggestions are in fact just bad.
I already knew that.
What gave it away?
All your game suggestions have been bad.
I need level 48 to knock this guy out. More impressive. Why am I not level 48?
More impressive? How are you not?
Hmm?
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes so much sense. You just aren't smart enough. Not very surprising.
I'm about to fly into Jared's room and attack him with a sword.
No. My car wins this.
Give me the goods. These kids are useless. They don't even have tons of money.
My car didn't have it.
He never does. Oh my. Not level 72. I don't have a dreamy flower. Was the tavern on this side or it wasn't? Okay. Well. Guess who I'm whipping out, Jared?
No.
Yep.
No.
You know how I said level 70 would have been enough?
I'll take it.
That's tough.
I lied. Plus there's other things I just can't steal. But whatever. Whatever. It's kind of fun going back and forth to the tavern, you know? Swapping out my people, then going back to a place I shouldn't have to go back to. Just be cool, be cool. Okay, does this person have a side quest still?
I
Yeah.
found it. The thing I've been looking for all along.
The stone?
A staff with more elemental attack that also boosts lightning.
I can't believe it. My father's sword. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This is a memento of my father. He was an incredible warrior, but never once used a sword to kill. He said a true warrior can win a fight without ever drawing his blade. I swear upon his sword to become just as strong as he was. Yay, and they gave me a refreshing jam. Wait a minute. It says I can steal something, but I can't steal it. Oh, I'm gonna steal the sword. Got him! Oh my. That's actually messed up.
It really is.
did a side quest to give them their father's sword, and then I just yeah, that's messed up. Okay. I'm also gonna need to mug that guy. Maybe I just make a mug list.
Chance. I need it. Give it to me.
What?
I'd kill for it.
Whoa, 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 Jared. Hold your horses.
I know how to
First.
get my grubby hands on it.
Oh, I'm sure you have grubby hands.
That's the takeaway.
Mhm. Don't even have surpassing power on this mad lad. Of course I don't.
Cringe, everyone laugh at him.
Why would I have surpassing power on Dumbledore, Jared?
That was not clever at all, actually.
It was pretty clever. Warrior does have spear. I kind of want something that has spear. I can use the funny spear. Guess I'm gonna get rid of boost start. I can get rid of peak performance. I'm not gonna be there, so.
He's not even that strong. It's over.
But this guy's pretty strong.
Oh.
I think I'm over.
I like my odds.
Sweet Lane.
Thinking time.
Ooh.
Poor aim. Thinking time.
Pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win this. Well, you know.
Roar thunder.
And done. All according to plan.
Feel my
Let me show you what I've learned. This is a week. I've gained valuable insight.
That was pretty good. Yeah, dude, I hate to break it to you, but I think you could be doing a lot more in Oswald.
Worth
You did like half my damage, what do you mean?
Yeah, but I also didn't even have magic up.
I
or
saw it.
Magic defense down. Or even the triple hit. To be fair, stacking
That
up all
doesn't
those
feel like
things.
any of that actually increases damage. I think it's all a lie.
I think the triple hit would. Thing is, it would just add an additional hit. But then
I've
also the
also
defense
learned-
down, and also the crit, everything.
It actually reduces the damage to have triple hit
him.
slightly, so it's still way more. But I mean,
I like my odds.
That is crazy.
Now then. Reduce them to ash.
Ow! You can't just do that much gosh darn damage to me.
they just did.
Kinda did though.
This is the answer.
But this next one will be a buff. Okay, no, but I still live. Ah! Could boost my attack.
Calculations complete.
Can I even use that? I don't know if I want to use Alfred's Wisdom though.
This is the answer.
Feel my wrath.
I probably should have.
Is the answer.
Yeah, I didn't click my button.
Try again.
Imagine not clicking the button.
Yeah, kind of rough actually.
Reduce them to ash.
Miss me again.
Where did I go wrong?
Okay. You know, this isn't that fun to fight actually. 'Cause they just give them 5 shields where it takes me so many turns to do anything. And they make them like level 80. You should still have equipment, right? Why is he not doing damage? We try.
I like my odds. Thinking time.
Make the lightning's pretty good for me.
Roar thunder.
I need a plan.
Roar thunder.
This cannot be.
That's cool. He decides, yeah, I'm actually just gonna kill you first turn because I'm gonna go twice.
That's not very fair.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to fight back actually. I don't feel like fighting this.
I like my odds. Now then.
For every action.
Thinking time.
For every action.
There's a reaction.
Well, now I'm just gonna die anyway. Because he's just gonna get so many ghosts on turn!
Roar thunder.
Where did I go?
Just turn faster? It's not even about that. I just need 4 more turns on him. He kills me with 2 turns. I can't break him unless I get 3 turns. So... yeah, I think I just can't win, actually. Unless he misses. Can I make an evasion build? Is that an option? 11 evasion. Okay. Where's evasion? That is 26 evasion. Okay, that's probably the best evasion thing. Can I get any evasion? 11. Any shield that gives me evasion. Minus 30 evasion, that's pretty cool. Okay, that one's like +9. I don't think these little evasion increases are gonna actually save me though, believe it or not.
I like my odds.
Also, if the turn system goes well.
I need a plan.
I think this is the optimal turn system as long as I go next.
Roar thunder.
this.
Why? Why? What's crazy is that would have literally worked out perfectly if he didn't just crit me or whatever he did to me. Like, oh, he did less than half my health. Oh, he did more than half my health with the second hit. That's cool. Right. See, this is actually, and I'm sure people can agree, the single worst part about turn-based games is literally what I'm doing right now. Is in a turn-based game when it still requires pure luck to win. Because right now, I have to let
I like my odds.
me get step ahead and then him go. And then me go, and then me go. And then I can win. Maybe. If I even do enough
Roar
damage.
thunder.
Like, in theory, we win this.
Roar thunder.
Now then. You're broken. Thinking.
But now I only get this turn to hit.
In pursuit of
And if this doesn't
knowledge.
kill, I lose. Which I really doubt it's going to kill.
This is your finish. Study harder.
You got so much better.
A worthwhile.
Yeah, but no, that has to be the thing I hate the most. Like, the absolute most in a turn-based game. Is when they still make it chances. And all that. I get that it's supposed to be, you know, you're just trying to push your ratio of good and bad. You know, the win chances in your favor and stuff to work out. Like, say, evasion obviously isn't a guarantee. So that's your bank on it. That's why I never like evasion builds, because it's stupid to rely on pure chance. But it's like also enemies can crit you and stuff in some games. I don't know if they can in this game, actually. I think they can. But it's like, again, it's like, what do I do in those situations? Where's the tab? Because it's kind of just lose if you get unlucky. So. And it's like, I get the like levels and stuff play a part. And that's like the one thing you can change. And obviously the strategy going into it. I don't know. Situations like that, it's kind of just tough. Because I have to just hope the turn order's in my favor. And then, besides that, hope that he uses good moves that don't crit me. It's kind of just annoying. Where's the tab, or not tavern, the inn here? Is it up here? I guess it's in the actual castle area? That seems weird. Unless it's not, and I'm just blind. It's definitely not up here. Where is it? Is there no inn? I don't know. Maybe it was like, you can go to this house, isn't it? Random house in the hill, and you can just use their bed. Was it a different house I could just use their bed, or was that only in the Hikari store I could use the bed?
What is this guy talking about?
Why don't they just have an inn? Why is people blocking my way? Okay. I'm gonna... Might have to be walking into them.
Thank you. That
Also want to fight. They're talking about something. Yeah, okay, so I guess there's no in. Whatever. I don't even need it. Is there no save point over here either? Oh my god, I actually have to go to... Anyway, we're hopping
I was
on.
about to throw up. Just in time.
Mm-hmm. Hopping off the Octo for now. Swapping to Overwatch. See you later, Octo Gang.